I went to Muskegon Heights High School.
Muskegon Heights High School.
Muskegon Heights
Okay.
High School.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. And so when so now you starting to become more into yourself. So is that when you really met Carl, the person?
That's when I started. So yeah, after that, me breaking up with my girlfriend, graduating, I was looking for a new chapter because I'm like, at the end of the day, I've been with a lot of women at this point, and it's like I am at the
Wow.
point now
Oh,
that yeah, because I was like me and her, we were together through high school, but we had a lot of on and off.
off and off.
I dated a lot of women, so it wasn't just her, but she was the one. She was like my main. But by the time I got to college, I'm looking like I know I like men. I know I like men, but I've not been able to fully explore it. Now I'm not gonna say I had a couple of little run-ins from out of town, little summer camps back in the day. I
Mm-hmm.
might get a run in here, run in there,
Particularly.
but I haven't been
Mhm.
able to explore it like I want to explore it. So when I got to that freshman year, I think it was like I was 18.
So you were
I'm
straight to college?
grown. Yes, I went to Michigan State University.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? I'm grown. I'm on my own. I don't nobody know me. The first my friends like, where we going to go? Where we going? I'm like, a gay club. I need to go. I need to explore this thing. I ain't got no girlfriend no more. And right now I want to
Like,
explore
what is
me.
this all about?
I want to know what it was about. So yeah, first one I went to, we went straight to Detroit. And maybe that's where I was at. From 18 all the way until I moved here, I was in Detroit. And yes, I went full throttle after that. It was just
It
after
was
that, I
okay.
seen
That
them
was it. Like
men.
it was full blown.
Yeah, it was no turning back after that. I
Uh,
said,
uh,
yeah,
uh,
I like
like
this. I like
because like once you went there, you ain't want to go back.
yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
okay, all right.
And the love that I was blessed with when I got there, they treated me like I was Beyonce herself when I came. I said, "Oh yeah, like
Okay.
they liked me, but ain't nobody like me like this. This is
Oh,
different."
yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because I
So
would
let
go.
me.
Of course, I didn't realize. Realized later that's just a gay community and it's very small. And everybody knows
Right.
each other. I was fresh.
Right.
Didn't know that at the time, but it did wonders for my self esteem at that time.
Okay. Yeah, that confidence factor did kick
Oh,
in.
it was
Okay, I
nice.
did that.
It was
So,
nice.
Carl, what did you study in college?
I was criminal justice actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What did you aspire to be?
You said what? I
Did you study?
actually I wanted to, but I started when I first got there. When I first got there, I was a med student. I went to osteopathic medicine
Hmm.
because I was the dirt register of my class. I did the program at Michigan State for the summers. It was like a 3 week
Wow.
program where we would work on cadavers, we would study medicine, things of that nature. So I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I got that schedule, and I said, we might need to try something else.
It's not working for me.
This ain't working for me. And mind you, I didn't even get. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even give it a shot because mind you, I was already doing math. I like math, but it's not like a. It was like it's not. I wasn't like it didn't come easy for me. Like
Right.
I
Right.
literally had to work at math. I could get it and I can make sure the grades were great, but it wasn't. It didn't come natural to me like everybody else did. And then like when I said I struggled with it through high school, but I always had an A. I had an A all the way through. But the work I put into it was high school. But college is different. Like I don't want to put that same effort into it. I didn't have teachers on me about it because college, you get your free will to do what you want.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
like I don't have nobody on me like that. I'm pretty much grown. I can do what I want to. Come, I don't think I want to do go this hard in something right there. And I'm really not as passionate about it as I thought I was. And what I learned is the reason why I thought I was as passionate about it as I thought because everybody else thought I was so smart and they wanted me to be a doctor.
Oh,
Never did
okay.
I stop and think, is
Mhm.
that something that you actually want to do, or are you just doing it because everybody
Right.
wants to? And
Okay.
that's what it was. Now I'm gonna back up just a smidge because people don't know a lot of stuff that happened. My mom got diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia when we
Mm.
left Texas after the divorce. So
Wow.
she was able to maintain like us for till maybe about let me see, I probably was like in the 8th grade. She's made to maintain a household until she just couldn't do it. So
Mm.
we had to go stay with my grandmother. And my grandmother was a different breed. Like she didn't want she would like buy food, we couldn't touch it. Like basically watch that TV, use that sink, that's it, that's all. And it was me and my sister, my brother hightailed it and went to Texas where my daddy was at. And we were like, we were army brats. We didn't want to keep moving around all the time. So we like, I need somewhere where we can call home. And we've been here, we've already been in some years. We need to set roots here. And we gonna do it by any means necessary. My mom had a mentor. She wouldn't like. She ended up leaving. Like drop when we got evicted from the house. Like I think in the 8th, 9th grade. She just packed up, got on the bus, packed her lapel, and she left. So we
Mm.
don't know where she went. So it was just us there,
Wow.
and it was me, and my sister. I ended up getting a job down the street at
Did
Hot Now
she
Burger.
just left y'all?
She just left us. Yeah.
Oh.
So my sister, we moved to our grandmother's house, and it was just me and her. Like, okay, I'm gonna go get a job at the Hot
So y'all
Now
fend for
Burger.
yourselves.
and we got to fend for ourselves. So that's what I did. So how I got
Wow.
money to get the foods, and my grandmother didn't really want us eating nothing. I just said, well, let me go get us something. And if I couldn't, I'm not really know that much about shopping that much at the time. So I'm like, I'm working a hot now. Me and my sister will be eating burgers every day. So I would go get
Mm,
different things off the menu, and then I just bring them home so me and her can eat. And then we'll get our, mind you, we didn't have to go, we didn't catch no school bus because school wasn't that far. So we had to
right.
walk. So those dynamics played a part in the midst of everything else that was happening. Why it
Got
seems
you.
like I was going through with so much other stuff. It was those things too. Because it's like we were fending for ourselves. As you know, in school, it's a fashion show. What you gonna work, but you gotta realize we have to buy our own clothes. So they had TJ Maxx and stuff. Then we used to go pick out clothes, me and my sister, and we had to. Luckily, then they had layaway. So we
Yes.
used to do that, and then we used to take our checks, and that's how we used to get our school clothes from TJ Maxx, and we bought it
Wow.
ourselves.
Wow.
So
So you, I mean, so you really held it down, Carl. I mean,
yeah.
just and so and okay, so I'm glad you got back to that because I wanted to know because I know a lot of men that I interview with, they have to take on that father figure
Mhm.
role. They have to care for their siblings, and they
Right.
have to kind of fill in the void that the parents left.
Right.
And so again, I'm wondering, and honestly, I need you to be honest with this one, Carl. How resentful and angry were you at your both of your parents at that time to put you in that position?
It was more so the fact, like, I think that's another thing that really made, like I said, now that we're talking about it, and like I said, I actually
Right.
talked about this in therapy as well, which probably set the tone for how I am in relationships and how I am with people in general, because it taught me then to, I was around people, able-bodied adults that knew this. Like us, me buying my own clothes, me, my sister, not really eating that much, us not having much. There's able-bodied adults that knew this, and nobody said anything.
Nobody's
One of my
stepped in.
aunts knew it, and she contacted my daddy and was like, "Yo," like she told him what happened, but
Mm,
that was about as far as it went.
that's
And
as
then when
far as
my
it went.
daddy did initially say, "Okay, we need to go here," the only thing he said, "Well, they can pick up and come to stay down here." And it's like we've been moving around all our life. We don't want to. So I said, "Do we come down there and just start over just so we can be protected, or we learn to fend for ourselves?" I'm like, and mind you, things going on with my mom, me and my sister just came to the conclusion like we're almost done with high school. We might as well we might
Just
as well
yeah, just wing it out.
just wing it out. So I'm like, if nobody's gonna help us, which was shocking,
Wow.
because all our
Yes.
family, my daddy's side of the family there, and my mama's side of the family there. So we looking like
Yeah.
can't get help from nobody.
No support.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so we just said, you know what, it changed something in me. So just like the fact I was like, you know what, yeah, like Smith Center said, I had to grow up
Mhm.
quickly. I just like
Mhm.
after that, I just said, you know what, nobody's gonna get it. I'm not gonna get anything unless I go get it myself. I knew that.
Yes.
And that's how it changed something in me to where the fact when things went wrong, I just did things by any means necessary.
So
So
you
by
got
the
into
time,
survival mode real quick. That
right,
you go into survival mode, and so that's why I'm like wondering, Carl. Was there a time where you did you ever have the conversation with your parents about how you felt about this and all that's been going on? And was there a time where you had the ability or in the process to heal from that, forgive them, and also hold them accountable at the same time? Did that happen at all?
great question. After I graduated high school, because one thing I had to go to Michigan State. Michigan State is in East Lansing, Michigan. So now
Mhm.
the fact I have no how I'm gonna get there, I had to pay some man that I've never met
Mm.
50, I think it was like $50 for him to pack up everything I have in a van and take me to Lansing. All
So,
my
so
family's here with cars.
a random man.
Some random man. Don't I to this day don't know who he was. I just picked some random man and paid him. Mind you, while you get in college at the age
Right.
18, you got to do a whole lot to go independent. So
Right. Right.
I was calling the schools, applying for scholarships, all that good stuff. I was calling schools pretending to be my mother. Mind you, she filled out my fast for I don't know, long time ago. I
Mhm.
had kept it so I could have their socials, and I would tell them like, "Oh, this is my social, this is my birthday," and I would change my voice and pretend like I was them. So that's how I got
What?
even into school. So when I
Wow.
got to college, my freshman year of college, like I told you, my mom left. We don't know where she went. I guess somebody for some odd reason she found out I was in Lansing. Showed up on at my dorm room. I have a roommate.
How did
I'm
she
looking
feel?
like I'm like, hello. like,
Right, like, okay, like, how
like
I mean, what like, how did you get here?
like, what do you want me to do here? And she needed a place to stay. And I'm looking like
Wow.
I'm in a dorm. So I went to go talk to them and see if I can get out of the dorm and go get me an apartment. And of
Right.
course, you got to be there a certain amount of time to
Mm-hmm.
qualify to you got to give them, on campus
Apartment. Yeah.
apartments.
Right.
And
Right.
I told them the situation, the circumstance. They allowed me to, do it. Go ahead and get an apartment, and I got an apartment, and me and my mom was in there. So after a while, I went and did that. Of course, like I said, she's got paranoid schizophrenia. I did all of that, and I think she may have stayed there maybe 2 months, and then she got up and put the stuff, and she left again. So we didn't
Wow.
really have that conversation. So my dad was the type of person, like, he would just send me like a check, like a check, one of his from his checkbook, and be like, if you need something, just write the amount in there and you can get it. So it was just like, okay. But me, I was already raised that, like, y'all wasn't really helping me at all. So I don't really want the help now. So I'm gonna try to do it now. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can without the help. So when times got really, really tough, I'll be like, all right, let me use a check. I'll write $100 in there. Then he'll call me like, you wrote $100 on that check. Why you do that? To the point that when you didn't yell at me
Well,
for it.
you told he
So
told
after
you.
that, he stopped
Oh,
sending them. And then when he did send, after he got
wow.
mad because I think my aunt customer was like, nigga, he don't have anything. You literally all he got right now. So you shouldn't be
Right.
yelling at him about stuff. And I'm like, you know what?
And he offered it to you. Offered to.
You offered it. I'm your son, the oldest, the
Wow.
first one in the family to go to college. You would think, but at the end of the day, I said, you know what? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Keep it. So he would send them. I wouldn't cash them. I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it. Like that
Right.
taught me to just send for myself,
So
and
that's the see. That's where the resentfulness come
that
in.
hurt the fact because now because of that,
Mhm.
I don't like asking for help even when I need it.
Right. Yes.
I could be a
Independent.
with end right now. I wouldn't ask anybody for anything because
Yeah.
it taught me early on that if I need it, you're gonna offer it, and then you're gonna find a way to throw it back in my face later.
Yes.
I'm all
Yes.
right.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I went to therapy,
I'm the
and
same
that's
way.
one thing that still ain't changed.
Wow.
One
Yes.
thing
Yes.
still ain't changed. Even at Nikki knows. Like I would, she was like, "Are you sure?" Because I would be in here dying. Nope, I'm
Yeah,
good.
right. So before we go back into the college part on Carl, so now I
Mhm,
want to establish. So since you mentioned that you never had the opportunity to go
mhm.
through that healing process with your parents, but you did it individually with therapy. So
Yes.
that's a good thing, Carl. So I wanted to touch on that real quick because I want to kind of get to where you are right now with that, like because I know a lot of times when we the process of forgiveness is different for everyone. So
Right.
I want to know, like, what can you take us a little bit, give us a little bit of cliff notes of the process of what it took for you to forgive your parents. If you, I don't know if you're there yet, because it takes
Oh
time.
yeah, I
I
can
don't
tell
know if
you.
you're there.
Yeah, things have
Okay.
changed. So
Yeah. So right. So I want to know, but I'm sorry, this is multi-layered here. Yeah. So
yeah.
I want to know what your process of forgiveness looks like. Just kind
Mhm.
of bullet point that, and give us a little bit more about your healing journey and what mental health really means to you.
Um, very good question. The healing journey is, I would say, present day. Just to
Yes.
give a cliff notes of this story. After all of that debacle with the checks and stuff, I didn't talk to my dad like at all after that. So I hadn't talked to my dad. Like I would talk to him maybe once, maybe twice a year. All the way until I turned about 30. So this was in my early, I've been like 21,
Mm,
22. So I
mm,
didn't really talk to him. That I really all that was off. My mom at this point in time. So mind you, I talked to him again. Um, oh, how old was I? I might have been 20. No, I did talk. I talked to him once because the recession hit in 2008. And I had a good job. College was going well, but I needed to. We all got laid off. Everything happened.
mm.
Recession 2008 was really bad. So that's how I ended up in Georgia. So I
Okay.
came to Georgia in 2008. Didn't know the recession was worse here. So it was worse here.
Mhm,
So that's when I hadn't talked to my daddy probably in about 3 or 4 years. So that's when I had to call him and say, "Hey, is there anything jobs in that area that can hire? Because I need to work. Like I've been out. It's bad out here." He's like, "Well, my job, I work at the prison and they're hiring." So I told my
mm.
friends, 'cause I was like six of my friends. We all had got laid. We all working the same job. We're like, "Oh,
Wow,
okay, I'll
that's
find one."
crazy.
So that's why I said we packed up. We came down to Texas and we all started working at the prison. And then after in the midst of that, like I said, I haven't seen my mama since the first time she came here.
Right,
Guess who
right.
popped up in Texas? My mother.
How the heck should we finding you?
Yeah.
I mean, she like the Phantom. Like, how the heck
Yeah.
she be finding you?
Now, keep in mind, at this time, I don't know how she keeps finding me, but my dad, in the mind you, this is my coming out when my dad found out I was gay too, because his wife at the time was his girlfriend. She has daughters around the same age as me. They thought it would be nice to out my daddy and tell him it was gay, because of course one of the friends that was with me was my boyfriend at the time,
Okay.
and they went to decide, oh, my daddy, and then my daddy pulled me to the side and had a conversation like, is this your boyfriend? Or are you gay? And that's how my daddy found out I was gay. And we had
Mm,
conversation, and that's what kind of brought our relationship past the other stuff that happened. And he was
okay.
like, okay, well, whatever. And yeah. So after that, me and my daddy got somewhat of a bond, but like I told you earlier, that thing about my daddy not being affectionate, that never really changed. So like I said, I didn't really get a little bit more affection from my dad till he got older. So but I don't think the affection that I'm talking about probably didn't come to. I was like maybe 30, yeah, probably about 30, between 30 and 35, and I seen a little
Yeah,
bit
you're
more.
already adult.
Yeah, so I was already an adult by then. But
Mhm.
at this time, you talking about I'm like 25. So at this, I think 24. I was like 24. So my mom had moved. She got I got her an apartment in Texas, but we found a job in my boyfriend at the time. He got robbed at gunpoint in
Mm,
Texas. So we packed up all our stuff and we left
mm,
Texas. I said,
mm.
well, we're gonna go back to Georgia and try it again. Went to Georgia, got jobs, had a friend that we knew to live there. He
Why
had an
Georgia?
apartment. Yeah, Georgia was where I want to go. Georgia was like gay haven. I didn't feel comfortable nowhere else because I lived, of course, Detroit was where we were always at. And Detroit is not safe for pretty much anybody. Gays, absolutely not. So I was like, I don't want to leave. And then I hated Michigan. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not going to Michigan. I'm not going to Detroit adjacent, which would be Chicago. Ohio sucks. So I said, I went down. We used to visit Atlanta for like every spring break, Christmas break. And Atlanta was a good time. I'm talking about a damn funky good time. So I said, I would want to live here. So that's why we were so determined to get here. And then, like gay people, I just felt safe as a gay person in Atlanta. So when we moved there, the second to go around, which was 2010, that's when things start working out. And I've been here since 2010. I've been here since
Okay.
2010. And
Okay.
yes, my mom had, mind you, I think 2011, my mom got kicked out of her apartment in Texas. And guess where she shows up?
Right at your doorstep.
Georgia. I'm like, where
Oh,
are you getting this said money from to do all this traveling? Yes,
right.
that Greyhound bus up. So after that, I said, you know what? I need to get something. My mom has a mental disability. I need to get her here with me. She needs to stay here. And I took care of my mom
Mm.
from 2011 all the way into 2000. I think what was that? 2017, and she died in 2019.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. So my
Wow.
dad, we have a better relationship, and now he gets those things when I could call him. It's like, I ain't heard from you. I could drop dead. You don't do all that. Oh, now you're 60 something, and all of a sudden you're worried.
Right now you were. I mean, yeah. What happened to all this? I mean, now you want to
Now
be.
I
Oh,
mentioned something earlier about like when I told you me and my sister were fending for myself, and I said I had a younger brother that said he wasn't fending for himself. He going to stay with my daddy. That my daddy raised him all the way to high school. My little brother has been in and out of prison and is currently in prison since then.
oh wow.
So the only child that he really had, my
Ain't
sister,
that something?
yeah.
Hmm.
So my sister is doing pretty well off. So my brother has kids, and was taking care of the kids, and he kind of asked my sister to adopt them, and he always asking her to like, but help with it and money, and she said my sister barely talks to him at all. So the only
Right.
child that my dad has out of all his children that still talk to him is me.
Wow. Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? Funny how the tables turn.
That's just funny. Right. Shout out to Monica.
Yeah.
Right.
Funny how the tables turn. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So now
Right.
he's looking like, why you don't reach out? I'm like, nigga, the other kids ain't calling. The one calling
Right.
from
I
the
mean,
1-800 prison number calling for
but you
commentary.
understand, and you know what? And you know what, Carl? And it kills me. And I just, as I get older, and I know this, the parents and the sense of entitlement that they have, I'm like, you could just be distant from my life, not present in my life, and then you don't pop up or you don't show up for me until I get older, and I'm supposed to just treat you the same way as if you were a part of my life, as you was an active part of my life,
Come on.
because you're my parent. Because I
What I
mean,
the
they have
conclusion
this
I've come
entitlement
to,
without the accountability, and I don't like that at
but
all.
even you're in that statement that you're making, what I've noticed is some of us have lived so many of the same lives, which explains why millennials are the way they are and why we have the
Yeah.
Gen Z is the way they are. Because we were determined not to put the same trauma on the next generation like what was put
Right.
upon us, which is why they so with these them days and fluid, gender fluid, and do what you want, be who you are, get
Gentle
consent,
parenting.
all this other stuff. And I'm like, I get it because it is a lot. But to me, on the other hand, because I know how we were raised, I get it. We were raised way it wasn't enough rules. It wasn't
Mm-mm,
enough
mm-mm.
for
Yeah,
it was
the
enough
structure has
right
to
way
be
of
there.
doing things
Yeah,
that I feel
I
like
think
while we're
too.
here now. Hey
Yeah,
Ken.
yeah, the structure have to be there. The structures have to be there. But I'm just saying
Yes,
about how these parents have this sense of entitlement to where they
they
feel like
do.
they're supposed
They
to just
do.
everything's supposed to just fall right into place whenever they feel like they when it's
They do.
convenient for them. And and I'm okay. But before we get, I want to know like before your mom passed, you said that you had to care for her, and I know what was
Mhm.
that. First of all, multiple a two-part question. What was it like caring for her, and as far as with the mental illness, and
Um,
then did you while you were like kind of, bonding with her again,
mhm.
what was that like for you being that y'all had the type of relationship that y'all had? Like, how did it improve or like did y'all have how did the relationship go before she so transitioned?
Um, it really wasn't. My mom's mental health had really much pretty deteriorated by that point. So normal conversation, just something we never really had. It was always her talking about a land that she created. She owned something. She was like
Mm,
queen of the Nile. It was always something crazy. So my only thing I was really trying to do was try to keep her safe to where I knew she
mm,
was. Now at the end of the day, like I said, I was I didn't finish college. So
mm,
I was planning on going back, but my mom's here now. So it's like I can barely take care of myself. I, she don't. I have to take care of her. I don't have any help.
mm,
Everybody knows that I take care of her. Everybody knows that I can't take care of myself, and they know I can't take care of her. But nobody offered to help.
yeah,
Nobody. So it was
yeah,
kind of like therapy. I think I got in therapy in my 30s because, mind you, this is my 20s leading up to my 30s because I carry so much resentment. Like a lot of people in my family did not talk. They
yes,
didn't talk to my mama for years, and they didn't talk to me for just as long. I didn't talk to hardly anybody because it's like
mm,
I'm struggling. Like it's been a struggle. Like
mm,
people don't even understand like how bad, like where I say I feel like I should be at in my life right now. It I'm not, and that's partially because of that reason.
of
Now I
that
make
reason.
sure everybody has the support they need. My sister, she graduated not once but twice, master's degree. She has a mini mansion. She stay on the suburbs of Dallas. She married, 2 kids. Hey, I made sure that you were good to make you get where you needed to go. And the
Mm,
difference between me and my sister that she don't mind asking for help. If she need it, she gonna ask.
mm,
I'm not. I was taught early
mm,
on at a
mm,
young age that if I ask for help, it's gonna get thrown in my face. So I
mhm,
never did. And yeah, after
mm,
that, I just said, you know what? I survival. I've been in survival mode. So that healing thing that you're saying you're talking about, I never got that from my parents, even before she passed. Never got that. My
mm.
dad, we've never had a heart to heart man conversation about the trauma and all the things that I had to learn. I had to learn forgiveness to forgive him for the things that I felt he wasn't present for. I had to do it through therapy and on my
You had to
own.
do on your own.
I had to do it on my
Yeah.
own. So
So
yeah.
yes,
And I'm still like I say, it's still a struggle today. It's still
of
something I
course.
have to deal with because
So
you know
where you are with it, Carl? Like briefly, like where are you with it
day by day.
day
It's
by
still a
day?
struggle. What I think I what I love about after my because you gotta realize when my mom passed away, I was like 34. You let me in entertainment. Y'all see me doing music. I'm an actor. I'm a host. I've been in entertainment since I was a kid. Like one thing I did when we were talking about childhood, middle school. One thing I didn't mention is that with the type of activities I did, drama. I was in all the clubs, all the
Yes,
plays.
yes. How you
That's what I
forget
did.
that? Yeah.
I forgot that. In high school, some things you just forget. Like in high school, they had a audition where they went to like it was a modeling of like a talent agent. They were
Mhm.
picking 500 kids out the entire state of Michigan. So they went to like 400 some schools in the state of Michigan, and they needed 500 kids, and they picked me and my best friend, one of my best friends named Denise. Out of we were two of the kids that were picked, and they just basically set us down like y'all got something, y'all talented, y'all can we can get y'all some gigs, but we gonna tell y'all this is not a
It's not for the weak.
it's not promising.
Right. It's not for the
You
weak.
get
Yeah.
it's not for the weak, basically. And
Mhm.
we had to have some conversations like, do we want to go to college or do we want to say bunk all of that and just go to a talent agency and just wing it? And we just never did. And I'm thinking like, okay, by the time I get to college and stuff, I'll be able to. This opportunity should come around again. When all the stuff happened with my mom, and all that. I never got to do it. In 2017, I was struggling because you gotta know this is the at will state, and you can't legally, unless they're in danger to someone or themselves, you can't put mentally ill people in the hospital.
Well,
So
right.
I couldn't get her to volunteer. By
Mm-hmm.
2017, I finally got her to. I convinced her, thank God, to finally go to the hospital and where she got treatment, and she was able to function on her own. And the first thing she said is, "I don't want to live in Georgia anymore. I want to take a step on my own, and I want to move to Texas." My
Okay.
sister here. My
Okay.
sister came and got her. I sent her to my sister, and I said, "Now I'm here. Like I've been taking care of me and my mom
Now you
for
got to
almost
do you. You
10
could do
years."
you.